We have no word on what kind of plane this was. And we showed a doorbell video, if you're just joining us, a doorbell video from about a half a mile away, I'm assuming.
All right, Jason.
Yes,
Jason,
go ahead.
So to give you an idea, you're with Wendy's, is this? Which store is this? This is what? The cafe right here. All right. So I'm with a worker right across from where the house is on fire. What did you see in here while you were working?
Man, I was just working. I was making a drink, and then I just see a big old explosion of light just out of nowhere. I felt the vibration. It was crazy, man.
And did you have any idea what it was?
Man, I don't know. At first, I thought it was like a gas leak or a gas truck, you know what I'm saying, collided with a car. But then I hear it's a plane, and I'm like, what? What do you mean a plane?
And then you looked out the back door here. You're fairly close. You see a house on fire here? Do you know what street that is right there? But the side street.
Oh, the side? I'm not really.
Yeah, but
side street.
But you saw all the fires here.
I saw all the fires. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
And what was the reaction of everybody in the cafe and all around here?
Oh man, everybody ran, bro. Everybody ran. They left. And you wouldn't leave.
How did you finally hear about it being an airplane?
Oh, it was crazy, man.
Did you see all the parts in the parking lot next to the cafe here?
Yeah, not the parts per se, but I just see fire, man.
Yeah.
Smoke, everything.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Glad you're safe. So there you go, Jason. This worker is about a football field's length from where the house is on fire. So we're behind, and if you're pulling up a map and you're wondering where I'm talking to you from, I'm right behind the Cane's Chicken Store, which is fronts right on Cotman, in the front of the Roosevelt Mall, which is diagonal right across from this house on fire. So it looks, I don't see any more flames on the house, but I see flames initially on the street that have been right in the driveway of the Roosevelt Mall, right next to the store that lists the sign that lists all the stores here. Those flames are now kicking up, and I have no idea what's burning. It must be some kind of fuel, and I don't know if that's the gas line, because now I see a team of Philadelphia Gas Works workers, and they look like they're getting back. All right, Jason, I'm gonna step back because I'm looking at guys with hard hats and PGW vests stepping back. That must be the gas line that the police officers were warning me about. And those flames are now picking up. That is across from the house. Maybe that's what caught the house on fire. I can see firefighters on the roof of the house. I don't know if that's the corner house or now two houses in, Jason, but I can see firefighters on the roof. These flames must be a gas line here that is right in the driveway of the Roosevelt Mall next to the sign that says Macy's, LA Fitness, Ross for Less, Sprouts. So, and this must be a gas fire right here. Although I saw the Gas Works team with their trucks back off, they're staying off of only about 100 feet. So nobody's running. There's firefighters walking nearby. So there must not be any danger of an explosion. The gas must be burning off from a gas line because they wouldn't allow firefighters to stand that close to a gas line. But this is definitely a gas line that's burning, and flames are shooting 10, 15, 20 feet into the air. And now here comes the black smoke again from this gas line, Jason.
Yeah, they're going to try to get that gas line off. In the meantime, they're probably searching for victims and trying to search each and every house and store there at Roosevelt Mall to make sure that everybody is okay. And this debris field, Steve, we're talking football fields, several football fields.
This gas line is spinning like a top, like a little tornado, and there's something sticking out of the ground. I don't know if that's a pipe, and I'm taking cover. I'm now at the Cane's Chicken Store, taking cover behind their doorway. I don't know if they're even open. I could go inside.
There's a Raising Cane's there. Yeah, a lot of food places right there. In LA Fitness, there's a gym. Keep yourself safe, obviously, and we're doing our best to bring viewers pictures, live pictures, as soon as we can of what we're seeing. What you're seeing right now, folks, is video that Steve took on his phone moments ago. Still very smoky and tough to breathe there.
Jason, I'm gonna get off the phone.
Okay.
I can feel the heat from this gas line fire.
Get out of there.
I'm gonna get off the phone, get you some new video, and get that right to you so we can illustrate to everybody what's going on here right now. Because this is a sight to behold. These flames are so big that they're lighting up the scene. That's why I'm able to see the house that was on fire, and I can see the firefighters up on the roof. And boy, they're doing a great job. There's hundreds of firefighters.
Hey, G, if you want to call in, because I know you told me that this happened near your home. So if you want to call us in and tell us what you heard, the number is 646-986-0958.
But there's so many people standing close to that, and then I see another smaller fire as I'm looking down Cutman Avenue, which probably is the remnants of whatever that truck or SUV was that's on fire.
Just
So I'll
incredible.
get off the phone. I'll
Yeah.
get right back to you.
Absolutely.
I'll get you some video.
Get yourself
All right,
safe. All right, Steve, thank you very much. Let's go back to that doorbell camera video that we had from a viewer, and on the left side of your screen, I posted this on Twitter, and the replies I'm getting from everyone is that looks like a missile, and it sure does. Now, that doesn't mean that's what it is, but this angle, just the fireball that then ensues after the crash, if that is a plane.
These are live pictures of the scene, the emergency vehicles there, plane flying into this. You could see the smoke coming up, lighting up the night.
Hello? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, Arthur?
This is G.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? So what happened?
Yo, I'm laying here in the bed, and mine was a little windy outside, so it was just like a boom. And don't you know how like your windows feel like they're about to come in or like blow in? I'm like, what the fuck was that? So, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just thinking it's windy. And my brother, he drive a bus out here. He was literally driving the bus right past, and he like, bro, what the fuck? Was that a bomb? I was like, I don't know. So, I just turned the news on, and they got, videos showing that you see like a plane. To me, it looked like a missile, but I could be wrong. But it looked like a plane nose diving, and then it just boom. Like, I literally thought it was a bomb. Like, that shit scared the shit out of me.
Yo, that's so crazy, man. That's why I'm telling people like these rituals can affect everyday people. Like, how far were you from where it happened?
I'm literally probably 2 miles away from it. Like,
wow, and you heard it. You heard it like it was next door, and you heard it exactly like it was right next to you.
Like it was next to me. Like I swear, like when we just had that earthquake last year, it felt like like the building shook. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, I didn't think nothing of it. And I'm like, yo, I turned the news on, and then my phone started going off. Like, yo, you felt that? And my brother, like I said, he drive a bus, and he literally was driving past where this happened at. He was like, bro, what the fuck was that? And I was like, I don't know. I felt it and heard it.
Yo, this stuff is sick, man. And then they're saying that a lot of people's houses got burned down. So,
yo, houses, like it was like it's rush hour time. So like cars that was on the ground got hit. So we don't even know what cars on the ground got hit. Like it was a video that my friend sent me. You see somebody walking out the fire and shit, like on fire. I'm like, what the fuck?
This is what I always say, man. Around the Super Bowl, the cities, the teams that are in the Super Bowl, they always get targeted, man.
Man, it's crazy. I don't know. Like this back-to-back days, right? Because then the plane just.
Yeah. On the 29th, we had at DC, they had another plane crash. 67 people died.
Wow. This shit's scary, man. This shit make you don't even want to go outside. All this for a Super Bowl.
Well, even if you don't go outside, I mean, they'll bring it to your doorstep.
Literally, because like
literally.
I'm literally 2 miles away, so it's like shit. You ain't nowhere to safe for real.
They'll bring it to your doorstep, man. These people will love, and this is a massive Super Bowl. Like, this is a very big satanic ritual.
And we can clearly see it. They putting it all in our face now. It's like,
yep.
Like I said, I'm
a lot of
here
fire.
Early. Of course, I want the Eagles to win, but I'm telling people like, I don't think. Like, I mean, it can go either way. We just don't know, but just don't get too hyped about it. Like, I don't put my heart into sports and like that no more. Especially like I learned about this stuff. It's just sad. It's crazy.
And today's 33 weeks after Donald Trump's birthday, man. You know how they love 33, man.
They love 33. What's today? 131. Ain't that the championship number?
That's the championship number. And remember the plane crash that happened at DC, it was on runway 33.
Right. I did see that.
It's always a 33 stuff with these people, man. Always 33, man.
Man, this shit is crazy. Like, yo, people need to wake the hell up, man. Like, I mean, I'm just in shock because, like, I didn't think it would be so damn close, but.
Yeah, I mean, 2 miles away, and you heard it. I mean, it probably was a missile because you heard them say. The news reporter kept saying that, and did you hear how they kept saying? They kept bringing up the word football.
They kept bringing up football. And then the people they not really trying to say a missile. They trying to like go past it like, well, we can't really say right.
Yeah, you can't really say. Yeah, right. Right,
because it's like don't nobody want to lose their job, but it's like. It's videos surfacing now, and I was like, man, that actually looked like a missile to me. And like I said, it sounded like a bomb and it felt like an earthquake. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, that's that's some scary stuff, man. These people are not playing around, man.
At all. This is crazy.
But everybody in your family is safe. Everybody you know is safe.
Yeah, everybody as I know of right now is safe. You know, like I said, they still ain't count the people that was on the street yet. But so far, everybody I know is cool. Like people calling in and stuff, checking on me because they know I was so close up here.
Well, I'm happy you're okay, man. Damn, that's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. If you find anything else, man, let us know, man. Wow, I'm looking at the images, man. This stuff is crazy, man.
It is crazy. Like if I can, I'm gonna send you some of the videos. I'm gonna send them to you on Instagram.
Yeah. Send it to me, so I can play it on the live stream now.
All right, cool.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, that's a true seeker. He lives 2 miles away from where this happened, man. This stuff is sick, man. Stuff is sick, man. Wow, that was a missile. You saw that? Look how it just comes straight down right here. It's around here, look. You're going to start seeing it. There it is. See that? That doesn't really look like a plane. Look. Ah, man. These people are something else, man. Throwing missiles out the sky. Wow. Let me hear what these people got to say, man. Because I'm just hearing about this, so I haven't done a decode on it. They're reporting that it happened at 6:07 p.m. Think about how D.C. there was 67 people died. We know blood sacrifice is 67. Let's see. 33 weeks after Donald Trump's birthday. Man, all these plane crashes. You know what's funny? How all these plane crashes are happening and nobody finds it suspicious? Is this like the 7th one already? So now planes just can't stay in the air, supposedly.
Serious downfall at that moment. When you think of some of the planes that fly out of the Northeast Philly airport, there are some smaller Cessnas, there are some private jets as well. No jumbo jets, as you know, out of that airport. But just look at the fireball that ensued. You can see why the debris field is what it is in Northeast Philly at the Roosevelt Mall. This happening less than an hour ago, right as people are coming home from work. They're shopping right there. It's a Friday evening. They may be going to dinner at this point. There's no word on any injuries, but it does not sound good. At the moment, Steve Keeley was telling us that there are several fires that are being fueled by underground gas lines, perhaps. The debris, again, from a plane and then from homes and cars that were in the area. Several fires burning. And Steve having a hard time breathing at points there. But again, just watching this video, that looks like it was a midair collision. I don't want to speculate, but some kind of breakup of a plane at that point. You just don't see planes come down like that in Northeast Philly very often. Back to the ground video from Steve Keeley. There's a Dunkin' Donuts right there, and you see fires burning. I don't know if that's a car. As we go over the fence here, I don't know if that's a car or a home on fire in this little area, but there's several little fires like that burning as firefighters try to get the gas off, try to put the fires out, and try to figure out what's next. That looks like an underground gas fire burning. And as Steve mentioned, hundreds of firefighters are on the scene here in Northeast Philly. Our phones have been ringing off the hook here in our newsroom as people called to tell us what they saw.
So today's 144 days after the mayor's birthday. Her name is Sherelle Parker. We know Jesuit Order is 44. Definitely synced up with the mayor. Absolutely. Funny how her full name is 215. She's the mayor of Philadelphia, the 215 area code. Isn't that something? Let me see how it lines up with Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, the 48th governor. Born on 6/20. Today is 225 days after his birthday.
Seeing that fireball right there, it's incredible. We're doing our best to get Steve back. We're doing our best to get some aviation experts on and try to get a ground picture for you. We're doing the best we can to try to bring you the very latest. It is chaos in North Philly, so I'm doing my best to try to navigate you through this what appears to be just a disaster in Northeast Philly right here. And I don't know if you can you hear? I think we had to mute some of the audio from this when that loud bang happens. I think. The person in the house might have cursed a little bit, but you can see what happens right afterwards. And as Steve Keeley reported earlier, gas lines, houses on fire, firefighters there to put car fires out, parking lot, a large debris field that stretches city blocks. Again, Roosevelt Mall is where this happened. And so we're just trying our best to tell you what happened here. There are row homes in this area. There are gas lines that fire crews are trying to shut off, I would imagine. There are people in homes possibly in need of medical attention. No word on any fatalities at this moment, but you have to treat this as a mass casualty event.
Yeah, you're right. That so-called plane was traveling too fast. That was definitely a missile. Definitely a missile. No way that was a plane.
The parking lot there appeared to be empty in some of Steve's videos. Okay, now we are live. We are officially live. Our first live look at the ground from the scene, and this just gives you a glimpse at the response. Every cop, every firefighter in the area you can believe is suited up and there. I believe this looks like it is the area of, and there is going to be a media staging area, I believe, at Bustleton and Cotman. There is still smoke smoldering there from right to left. Philadelphia fire on the scene. Cops are there as well. And this is going to take quite some time to figure out, first of all, whether anybody in this area.
You guys see that 101, right? Like Philadelphia?
They don't even know about who need medical attention. So they're probably going to have to go door to door as soon as they can get this fire out. And not only that, but what we've learned in D.C. is these debris fields, they are to preserve them is of utmost importance. But right now, the priority is saving lives, keeping everybody safe, whether there's another threat of another fire from an underground gas line, that is something they're going to have to look into as well. Based on the body language here.
Oh my gosh, man.
Firefighters and police officers here are trying to get the area cordoned off. Media there as well. This is probably as close as we can get, and as safe as we can be.
You guys, look, this is just some bullshit. Look at this, man. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, the plane left Northeast Philadelphia Airport and was flying to Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri. From Philly to Missouri? Man. And remember what they said with the Washington, D.C. crash, right? Didn't they say that it was coming from Kansas? And I think it was called, what was it called? The plane was called something Eagle. It was, let me see, the Eagle plane crash. Look, it was called American Eagle Flight 5342. That was the name of the aircraft. American Eagle Flight 5342 was coming from Kansas. This is the the airplane that's supposed to be killed the 67 passengers 2 days ago. And now this plane was traveling from Philadelphia to Missouri. This happened at runway 33, and then today's crash happened 33 weeks after Donald Trump's birthday. Somebody was talking about this could be the potential final score of the game. Not necessarily 53 to 42, but actually the reflection, which is 24 to 35. Very possible final score, 24 to 35, which is 59 points. No, it's actually that's 20. That's 59 points. 59 points to conclude Super Bowl 59. Yeah, 24 to 35, 59 points. That's a very possible final score of the rigged football game that's going to be played on a couple of days from now. Well, actually, 10 days from now, right? On February 9th. Oh, man. This stuff is sick, man, because this stuff, it hurts real people, man. You heard the caller. He was about 2 miles away from the shit. Yeah, that plane was definitely a rocket. It was not a plane. Yeah, G, you gonna play that? Yeah, I'm gonna put something on that too. I mean, might as well. Yeah, American Eagle. Thanks a lot, you guys. Yeah, I should have just looked at the chat. Yeah, it's called American Eagle Flight 5342 coming from Kansas. And now this flight, according to this website, it was traveling. The plane left Northeast Philadelphia Airport and was flying to Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri. So, very close to where Kansas City is. Isn't it hard to see that this is all attributed to the upcoming Super Bowl? Unbelievable. All for a rigged football game. Well, actually, this is probably one of the biggest 666 rituals in sports is going to be that next Super Bowl. So, I mean, that is... If the Eagles lose, they'll become 17-4, and number of the beast is 174. So very possible, man. Very possible that the Chiefs do three-peat. Yep. Giving the Eagles their 666 all-time loss. Yeah, but 144 days after the mayor's birthday, Sherelle Parker.
You see the outdoor mall in this area. On the right, you see a lot of firefighters waiting on orders on what to do and where to go. They may have to go door to door, car to car, store to store, checking on everyone involved. And I'm sure many of the hospitals are preparing their emergency rooms and triage units to try to see anything. Have you seen anybody who's been injured on this as we get Steve Keeley, who joins us again? Steve?
Jason, no. I'm hearing about victims from the plane. So here's what we got from high-ranking police sources here on the scene, that there were 6 people on a plane that had just taken off from Northeast Philadelphia Airport. 2 pilots, 2 doctors, a patient, and a family member is what they're telling me. And I said, is that confirmed? They said, yes. So that's the word Philly police got early on here at the scene. And again, I just want to caution, everything's preliminary when police get this information, but that is what they're being told from folks, I guess, working at the airport, because they're in communication with them, obviously. I was sent a picture of the plane. We'll hold that for now until that's officially confirmed, but it was a larger than usual. I'm with Fox. All right, so I'm sorry, that's police just looking out for my own good. And the smoke is billowing again. So, Jason, I sent in video of the flames I was telling you about the gas line. You got it, brother. Thank you. You got it. Thanks. So they're moving even themselves back just for everybody's safety. So we're moving away from the gas line, and the sound of new sirens and more trucks showing up because there's so much on fire here, and the smoke is still billowing, Jason. So that's what we got here. So a a plane, a jet, and that's why, and that confirmed the jet fuel smell that we were talking about when we first spoke live on the air, and that would tell you why there's so much jet fuel, because they had just taken off, probably with a load of fuel. No word on where it was headed to, but it was just taking off from Northeast Philadelphia Airport, and the picture of the plane that a source provided had like at least 6 windows on the side. So this was not a very small one, but what we commonly call as Lear jets, executive jets that would take off. So I'm walking further down the Roosevelt Mall out of the smoke line. Well, I'm the opposite way. They said the boulevard, and thank you. They said that way, because they just chased me this way. But go over that way. All right, thank you. Yes.
All right, Steve obviously is having to do some navigating here with police who are asking him to move for his own safety. So he's trying to do that and try to get to a safe place while giving us a little play-by-play of what he's seeing. On the left is video Steve took about 5 to 10 minutes ago of a twirling fire being fueled by an underground gas line in the parking lot of a Roosevelt Mall. And on the right is a live picture on a rainy night here in Northeast Philly of the response from firefighters, hundreds, if not more, dozens there, trying to really just get a handle on what has happened with this, what appears to be what Steve described as a Lear jet, a private type jet with twin engines, about 6 windows that may have crashed. And that happened about an hour and 15 minutes ago. This obviously kind of a chaotic scene here, as police and firefighters have yet to give us an update on what's going on. We're doing our best to try to bring you what we know and what we've seen.
Right, and police telling a top police source telling Steve Keeley that this was a plane that was carrying 2 pilots, 2 doctors, a patient and a family member. So this sounds like it was some kind of medical transport situation. 6 people on that plane. Steve describing it as larger than usual. It was not a small plane, obviously involved in some kind of medical transport, according to top Philadelphia law enforcement officials. And just to see the fire, cars on fire, and this chaotic scene, obviously moving about, trying to bring us the latest details while also trying to stay safe himself, talking about just how hard it is to breathe and the smoke in the air. And then we have all these EMT and EMS workers on the scene also trying to make the situation as safe as it can be for people there on the scene. Yeah, and that's the first I'm hearing about a medical flight, perhaps, and then you start to wonder what kind of equipment, what kind of items are on this plane that may have caused this crash to be even worse. As far as the explosion goes, I mean, it was almost in a nosedive. Can we show the?
Isn't it interesting that the governor of Philadelphia is from Kansas City? Isn't that something? He's from Kansas City, man.
The doorbell camera again. It's just incredible to see the angle in which this plane, as it's described, was coming down from the doorbell camera from about half mile away. There it is on the left of your screen, and you'll see the fireball. And it's a lot of people are saying, are we sure that's a plane? But it appears to be. And again, Northeast Philly Airport's less than 2 miles away. And people saying, Jason, that they heard an explosion.
Isn't it interesting that the Super Bowl is 131 days before his birthday as well? Wow. The guy from Kansas City. It's tricky because he is the governor of Philadelphia, of Pennsylvania. But the Kansas City-born mayor, or governor, will be most likely watching the Super Bowl 131 days before his birthday. The championship number.
Well, especially when you think about what just happened and a mid-air collision, and a lot of people saying, wait, what in the world is going on? Fred Teesey, former pilot, aviation attorney, joins us now on the phone. And Fred, you've flown this airport many times. What can you just tell us about the type of aircrafts that fly in and out of Northeast Philly Airport.
Yeah, so no problem. Thanks for having me on, guys. So I actually used to be based in Northeast Philly Airport years ago when I first came back from New York. My airplane was up at Northeast Philly Airport, so I've flown in and out of there countless times. It's an interesting airport. The biggest runway there, it kind of goes up. It runs from like almost parallel to the boulevard up kind of around Red Lion Road. And there's the first thing I can tell you about Northeast Philly Airport is that, you know, it's surrounded by the urban part of Philadelphia. So it's not like Millville where you take off and the whole world's a kind of an off-field landing strip. So, you know, Northeast Philly is, I don't want to say dicey, but if you're a single-engine airplane and you lose your engine in Northeast Philly, you're descending, and the question is where are you going to descend?
Right, and that makes it so much more dangerous because of the location of this airport and what can happen, which is what we're looking at right now.
You guys notice how Fireball 65 like Philadelphia, right? His name is also 61 like Philadelphia. His name is similar to Donald Trump. Josh Shapiro. Yeah, but this guy's from Kansas City, man. I mean, such a ritual. The plane is going from Philadelphia to Missouri. 2 days ago, we had a flight coming from Kansas called American Eagle. Crazy stuff.
700 feet above the ground, you are in the clouds. The other thing that caught my attention is that in aviation, we use centigrade, and it's 10 degrees centigrade. And the reason we use centigrade, and one of the reasons, is that because as you go up, for every 1,000 feet that you go up, you lose 2 degrees of centigrade, and 0 centigrade is freezing. So now that tells me that the clouds start at 700 feet on the way up, and the ice starts to form at 5,000 feet, right? 10 degrees to 5,000 feet. And so back to the answer to your question, I have no idea what happened here. But one of the things that can cause an airplane to have a problem like that is icing, and particularly this type of weather where you have rain that's falling, and depending on what the atmospheric conditions are above, a lot of times that rain will fall, will get below freezing, and then it's just looking for something. And when it hits an airplane wing, the water droplets splatter, and they immediately freeze. It's called freezing rain, and it is an absolute nightmare for anything other than a jet. I mean, it just the weather. So to answer your question, the first thing that I'd be looking at with this is the weather, because that's the kind of accident that would be consistent with either airframe icing. It's just not an engine failure. People don't understand this. When engines fail, the airplane, airplanes will keep going. I mean, they just need to move through the air to create lift. I mean, they'll definitely go. They won't go indefinitely. At some point, they'll come back down to earth, but not like that.
Right. That was like a nosedive to the ground.
Yeah.
It was.
And Fred, witnesses are reporting just an immense smell of gas, of fuel. With this possibly being a medical flight, what kind of equipment does a medical flight carry? Oxygen tanks, things that could explode? That's kind of my question.
Yeah, no, it's a great question, and it depends. So the question, that raises two questions if it's a medical flight. First of all, was this a rotary wing aircraft, like i.e. a helicopter, or was it a fixed wing aircraft? They do carry oxygen. I'd be curious what kind of smell that the bystanders are smelling. The more sophisticated stuff burns jet fuel. So the helicopters, the sophisticated helicopters, the medevac helicopters that you see, they burn jet fuel. The bigger airplanes, the medevac airplanes. I mean, I knew people that used to fly medevac on Learjets, which is a private jet that people can use for medevac. So, and those are the kind of airplanes that fly in and out of Northeast Philly. Northeast Philly has a lot of medevac flights go in and out of there.
In the vicinity of Roosevelt Mall on Cottman Avenue. This occurred shortly after 6 p.m. this evening.
Today's 144 days after her birthday. Judge Wood orders 44.
reports on the number of fatalities. So right now we're just asking for prayers for any and everyone who may have been affected. We do want to note that several dwellings and vehicles were impacted. So what are we asking you to do for us right now, Philadelphia? We're urging you to please stay away from the scene. If you see debris, call 911. Don't touch anything. This is still an active scene under investigation. I'm proud to note that all of our federal and state partners, they are either en route here or on the ground with us right now. We did see some neighbors who live in the surrounding community. Just stay in your home. Again, it's still an active scene and it's under investigation. This is only the first of many briefings, I'm sure, to come on this evening. And of course, when daylight comes, when we have more facts and information to share with you. But I do want to say a special thank you right now, again, to all of our federal and state partners and our amazing first responders right here in the city of Philadelphia. Our fire, our EMS, our police department, they have been here working vigorously to ensure that we get this perimeter and the surrounding area blocked off to ensure that we make public safety and health our #1 priority. So we don't have any further information to share at this time. I've spoken to our Governor Josh Shapiro. He is en route. I've spoken to our U.S. Senator John Fetterman, other federal officials, and everyone, all hands on deck. That's where we are right now. Thank you so very much, and we'll have more information to report in the near future.
Thank you, Mayor.
You've been listening to Mayor Cherelle Parker thanking all federal and state partners and the first responders in the wake of this horrible accident. Learjet goes down to Northeast.
It does not get sicker than these people, man. These people are evil.
A couple of doctors, 2 pilots, a patient, and a family member of the patient.
Roosevelt Boulevard.
Moment of impact just after 6 o'clock.
At a mall. How do they targeted a mall at 6 o'clock on a Friday? It doesn't get more evil than that.
Why this happened? No reports, as the mayor said, of fatalities, official reports.
You know how packed that mall was? Oh my gosh, man. On a Friday night, a mall in Philadelphia at 6 p.m., rush hour. Wow. Yes, this is definitely extremely sick, man. Wowzers. Yeah, Philadelphia looks like they really won that championship, man. Yo. All right. I hate these type of stories, man. If you guys notice, I don't even like covering these stuff because this stuff is sick, man. This stuff, because this shit could happen to any of us, man. This happened 2 miles away from where G lives. All right, man. I'll leave it there. If there's anything else I need to come back and cover, I'll definitely come back. But this is definitely very, very ritualistic, man. They got the Kansas City governor. You got a flight going to Missouri. It's not hard to see what happened here, man. This is very planned. Very, very planned. And I don't even think that was a plane, to be honest. 33 weeks after Donald Trump's birthday, man. And, oh, last thing I want to say. Chaotic Truth, if you're watching, how many times we've said that the cities that are in the Super Bowl, I actually just did a video like 3 days ago. I said look out for Philadelphia, New Orleans, and Kansas City. I said that in the video. If you want, I could look up the video in the moment that I said it. I said one of those 3 locations are gonna get terrorized some way, somehow. And here we are. But you asked a question the other day. You said, why don't the Gematrians stop it? How are you gonna stop a missile at 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon? How do you prevent that from happening during rush hour? How do you prevent that from happening? Man, those people are really, really, really like. I'm starting to think that guy's really an agent, because there's no way he's that dumb. I did a video with him. I'm telling him about 33 and all these psyops, right? And then we have 2 plane crashes coded around the number 33. He's like, only thing I could think about with 33 is Scottie Pippen. Yeah, Scottie Pippen. Go look up how old was Scottie Pippen's son, who he sacrificed. Go look at that's your homework for tonight. How old was Scottie Pippen's son, who died a few years ago? Man, you know, the reason this stuff is not going to end is because there's so many people like Chaotic Truth that's just brain dead and that are not willing to do anything about it. This could have been prevented, because we've been doing this research for a long time now. This could have been prevented, but it's not gonna stop unless people wake up. Right? A small amount of people who are awake is not gonna end any of this. It's gonna take a large mass of people. And I don't even think that could stop it. Like I said, how you gonna stop a missile at 6 p.m. on a Friday night? Who's gonna believe that you knew that this was gonna happen? People just gonna say, "Oh, that's just a lucky call. Oh, lucky. That was lucky. Do it again." All right, I'll leave it there. Enjoy your weekend, everybody, and I just hope that if there's anybody from the community that lived around this area, I hope that everybody is safe, and that your family and friends are also safe. Man, this is very unfortunate. This could have happened to any of us, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out and say that there were casualties. It's hard for me to believe that at 6 p.m. nobody was hurt. I mean, this was done at a location where it could have definitely hurt some people, especially at a mall on a Friday afternoon. I mean, all right, you guys, enjoy your weekend and stay safe, man. Peace.